going to leave enough. Did you want fringe on this or not?
Yes.
Yes to the fringe. Okay, we're going to pull a little bit more through so that we'll have plenty for fringe, because this will actually be prettier if you do twisted fringe.
Oh, yeah.
And twisted fringe takes
or braided?
up... Yes, or braided fringe. And it takes, you know, you have to allow enough for the take-up on that. So we'll do it that way. Now these pieces appear to be the shortest, so let's just go ahead and cut these off so that they're more or less the same length. It doesn't have to be exact, but we don't want some that are real long and some that are not. All right, now we're going to start in the center. You always start in the center. I'm going to use 4 threads since this is bulky yarn. And what I'm going to do, the center one's the hardest because you've got to hold this up. I'm going to leave long tails here because, again, that's going to be your fringe. I'm going to go to the right of the center string. You have to choose right or left. I choose right. I'm going to bring 2 underneath and 2 on top. And I'm going to tie an overhand knot. That's just the first half of your shoelace type of knot.
Yes. Okay.
And I'm going to pull it tight. Then, here's the new tricky part, the new cool part. I'm going to put my thumb on the top of that knot. I'm going to take these 2, which are the upper 2, put them through the center, and bring them down the front underneath the knot where my finger is. Then I'm going to take the other 2 and bring them on the other side, through the center,
up through,
and down.
The first 2 were down through, and the second 2 were up through.
Okay, now you can let it go. Thank you.
Okay.
And we'll move over and do the one on this side. So here's 4 more. I'm going to put 2 underneath and 2 on top. I like, it's not critical, but you want to do it the same way. So from the center to the right-hand one is on top.
Okay.
Okay? So I'm going to do the first part of my shoelace knot. Get through there with both of them. Tie it. Put my thumb on the knot. Bring these over and through and down.
Okay.
And then
over 1. And we got it over 1.
Did? Well, fiddlesticks. That won't work. Has to go over 2. Over 2, through the center and down.
Okay.
And then this one actually is over, through the center and down.
Okay.
Now what that does is it makes a knot, a knot that holds, but that's also really easy to untie. If I wanted to take it out, all I would have to do is just kind of pull on it and it'll come apart. Now I'm going to do the left side, and for the left side I want the left one to be on top.
Okay.
So it's the outside one that's on top.
Okay.
A couple things that are really important to remember, and that is the knot, this part of the knot that you tie has to be on the front of this rod.
Okay.
If you try and tie it up here, it won't hold.
Okay.
It has to be on the front of the rod.
Where your line of pull is.
Yes, is against the rod, see? And then holding it with your thumb just gives you some stability as you're going up and through and down underneath it, and then up and through and down underneath it. Now the last thing is I'm going to do, you go back and forth from side to side. Okay, so I'm going to do another one here. Again, tie this. One of the things you're trying to do is get these all the same tension.
Okay.
They don't have to be super tight. You just want them the same. Because we're going to tighten it up using the ratchet. So across, over, under, and down, across, over, through the center, and down. And we've got those 4 done. Now, when I get to the next one, I want those center ones to be sure and stay tight, so I'm actually going to ratchet it up a couple of notches. And that helps the center ones stay tight while you're tying the outside ones.
And again, the two on the outside are on the top.
Are on the top. And I'll show you why when we put the string on. So you can go ahead and stop that until I get all these tied. And then when we put the string on, it'll make sense.